Hello everybody and welcome back to Dota Pit Season 4 by G2A. I'm Toby1 and we are into our last game of the night. After Team Spirit had a bit of a bumpy run to the start of game number 1, they still came back strong with a couple of really good fights and eventually called out the GG from 99% about 25 minutes game. Let's go into our draft. Game 2 is already underway, and as always we make sure we're in here at the very start, Ryu. The very start, so you can see the entire draft.
Radiant team.
I don't want to see the entire draft. What?
Why don't you want to see the entire draft? Everyone wants to see the entire draft.
Because I wanted to say something that did make sense. There it is, the word. I said the
that song you heard of? That's the song you thought of? I thought of Bamaram.
Oh, the Bamaram?
Reserve time.
Okay, I can see it working like that.
Bang, bang, bang.
I'm Bam Bam. Bam Bam.
Wow, Flintstone reference. I give you props for that one.
Yeah, I'm... Oh my goodness, it's been so long since I saw Freddy and the Barney.
Freddy?
Or Flintstone, Fred
Flintstone. Let's call him Freddy. Krueger. Freddy Krueger. What does he do? He goes around with sharpened stones.
Kill you with a dinosaur with my eating Barney.
Wow, could you imagine that? You just open up the shower curtain and there's a guy standing there with like a freaking like talon taking off a raptor. You're like, I have a knife instead. I would like a knife.
Reserve time.
Imagine dying by T-Rex's little arms. I would.
you see those Far Side comics, right? Like the ones with little arms, like, can you please pass the potatoes? It's like, I've got the same arms as you do. Like, I can't pass anything.
I've seen a lot of jokes with the T-Rex arms. So funny. Yeah, Toby, what? Okay, you want me to talk about the Batrider ban pretty early? I think that's something that is odd. And
it's very odd.
See teams like Alliance, maybe you want to first ban it, but in the same situation, in Alliance, you have to really shut down Bulldog in this regards, and you also need to take out Chen. So it's kind of like, well, Chen Nature's Prophet or Chen Lone, but yeah, maybe they're just feeling
you ban the Batrider out instead of Lone Druid. Like, come on, it's just too easy, and you know, like, okay, you had a troublesome game 1 where 99% they drafted basically pure gank. That's what I kind of felt like that last game was. It's pure gank.
Pure gank, and Sven's gonna one-shot everybody if it goes late game, which is silly.
So, how do you then get back in game number 2? The easiest thing would be, you draft heroes which are very difficult to kill in lane. You exhibit A, Death Prophet with Spirit Siphon. And exhibit B, Lone Druid, because he's a bloody bear. Or at least he has a choice to be so. And we don't even know the other 2 heroes.
I think the biggest counters that we've been seeing to Lone Druid and his tankiness in lane and Savage Roar and all that shenanigans is the Weaver, and I think Weaver is a decent hero at times, but in the later stages of the game sometimes he's very underwhelming, especially against the DP. Like, you just pop that exorcism and you just melt the little bugger. So it's times it's just really good, and then against the DP it's not great. Lone Druid, you could probably get 2 or 3 kills early on, especially with the Bane too, setting up the sleep into Swarm. So, but we'll have to see what Team Spirit want to do. Spectre was banned out, so we're not going to be seeing that paired with the Zeus here. I think that's one of the best combos right now.
And they'll always ban out Ramsey's Gyrocopter in the second phase when it's allowed to be done.
Radiant team pick.
This is like your counter to, if I can't play Earth Spirit on my team, if nobody can, we're just gonna pick up Tuskar.
Oh, you've also still got the Spirit Breaker in the pool, which they actually were quite effective with in the last game.
He won't have many levels, and then he still didn't get an Orb of Venom. If you're playing support Spirit Breaker, you have to get one.
10
It's just like
seconds
the
remaining.
Earth Spirit. You have to get an Orb Venom on it. And
5
Tusk here,
seconds
this
remaining.
is going to be really good though. I wanted them to pick up some hero that can just bully Zeus. 1v1
Reserve
situation,
time.
DP versus Zeus. Zeus already loses. And having somebody to have extra kill potential is really nice. So this
Dire
is
team
another
pick.
good counter coming up from Team Spirit. What are we going to do? We're going to pick up an Io that'll probably sit behind mid and then just keep bottling up Zeus. And then you can even do...
Would you actually pair him with the Zeus, or would you?
I've been seeing a lot because normally we've been seeing right from Navi they did IO plus swap mid and just keep on filling up Dindy's
10
bottle
seconds
as
remaining.
well as just stacking the jungle going for runes and then wherever they can get the
5
kill.
seconds
But
remaining.
just having the sustain and mana for the Zeus as well as some of the HP against the Death Prophet, I think that's what he's
Reserve
going to be
time.
doing is just running around the map giving extra mana or regen to wherever he's needed.
Makes a lot of sense too when you think about it. Like, because I experimented with a couple of games of Zeus, and I always feel like you've got that downtime just before you hit your bottle, where you just have to sit there and try and get a couple of last hits. It's not too long. Like, you're probably only looking at maybe 15 to 20 seconds worth of time in the mid lane. To have like the extra
Radiant
regen
team
up from the
pick.
wisp, yeah, that would be really, really useful. And that'll get you into like most of your arcane boots and help you dominate the mid lane.
Yeah, you need boots ASAP when you're going against the Death Prophet. Because obviously the Spirit Siphon and then the Tusk roaming around here, it's going to be very scary. So this is going to be a lone druid put into the safe lane now in most likely situations unless they
10
do some
seconds
crazy ass
remaining.
Darkseer jungling.
So no, support Darkseer with
5 seconds
with Iron
remaining.
Talon. He can take the jungle as
Dire
well.
team
Put
back.
Iron Shells on the bear and just start chasing down heroes.
Just everybody buys an Iron Talon at level 1 now.
Dude, why not? Seriously, like any hero can be jungled because of Iron Talon.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know about
10
Zeus though. That
seconds
right click and that CM right click animation.
Maybe not Zeus.
5 seconds
Maybe not all
remaining.
of the. CM is. Dude, CM's got frostbite.
Yeah, but
You've
Reserve
already
time.
won. Like,
yeah,
it's-
you don't need it.
like, there's only one other hero which is just good doing jungle, and that's Mirana.
You run an Iron Talon. That's
That actually wouldn't be again that bad.
the downtime on arrow.
You got the one hit
Yeah.
kill on the arrow, and then
And
you
you
got
get the
your
little
Iron
guys.
Tail to help you as well. God, that'd be disgusting. You still have to build into
Radiant team
something
back.
else. Like,
Mm,
actually, no, you wouldn't, because you just get face boots, you rotate, you throw out a couple of arrows.
still need like a clarity though, or
Oh yeah,
a
definitely.
bottle or something.
Bottle will be a little bit tricky depending on
10
your other lanes.
seconds remaining.
Yes, yeah. If you have like
Dire team
what's the
pick.
hero? Normally Vipers don't go for it in the mid lane as well as Invoker.
Radiant
So if you have
team
those two
pick.
heroes, you can definitely get away with it.
Juggernaut. Support Tusker? Support Darkseer? Jungle Druid? Jungle Juggernaut?
Jungle Juggernaut is kind of legit.
It's pretty legit considering you can use your spin to flash farm.
Yeah, but you need stacks then, and then the
10
creeps really
seconds
do
remaining.
like
What? Carl Black, I know you're old school, bro. But it's old school.
It's really good if you think about it. It kind of forces Juggernaut into a Battle Fury if you really want to counter out the Chaos Knight and his illusions. The DP's ulti is not going to be as effective because you really want to have it on one target, so the CK is going to be nice. And it does allow you to get early kills early on if the Darkseer plays too aggressive, which is that reliable lockdown that you really need in this lane. So I really do believe that Sven could have worked.
Prepare
I
for
didn't get to
battle.
see the last bands, but Sven may be a little bit better, but Chaos Knight can definitely do the thing. The reason why I was saying Sven is just because obviously the mass armor boost against Lone Druid, Juggernaut, and Death Prophet, it's amazing. But we'll have to see if the CK illusions work. I mean, Team Spirit definitely heavy favorites here, so
That kind of damage, if you can like catch the Juggernaut out, like You're gonna be able to rip through him. Like with Phantasm into like that reality rift.
It's gonna have to be Fiend's Grip. Like the only setup they have till the Juggernaut is Fiend's Grip.
Yeah, either that or you wait for him to blow his spin.
Right.
Like that's the only other way it does work. Or you
So-
can get Nature's Prophet up to an Orchid nice and early on.
30 seconds
EPN,
to
silence up the Jugger.
So that's a good question right now. What does the Nature's Prophet go? Because Chaos Knight needs drums. I want to say just so he can have, well, not necessarily because you're paired with a Wisp in this situation, so you don't necessarily need to have all these annoying mana items.
I would
So-
also be very concerned about the timing. Like, we have to think about how long it's going to take him to get an item. He's playing the off lane, so his early item has to be fairly critical, and it almost has to be a push. Like, I'd actually like to see him build the mech in this game.
They're going for it, Wispy.
Oh, that's snowball. They bring everyone.
Oh,
This
no,
is going to happen. Or is it a fly? He's got the distance for the Soul Siphon. Ah, he pulled himself back through it. Monty will go down. Goki consuming up the Fairy Fire. There will be the Brain Step out from the Bane to find the kill. Now it's Iceberg's turn to die. As there's another kill. It was Juggernaut to find this one. Only a 1 second stun. The Snowball. It'll protect the Death Prophet for just a moment as they go into Ramses. But now it's Godblack who gets the double kill as the Bane. Grazine's on the run out of here, but there's another stun. This time it's 2 seconds, and it's just the extra second longer they required to get 3 kills going the way of Team Spirit. The winner net worth-wise at the end of all of that was actually the Death Prophet. The winner level-wise belongs to the Darkseer as well as the Chaos Knight, as they're both over level 2.
And then the laning phase works out a bit Gogao here just because he has the, well, he has the lane back a little bit in his favor, no, and he got a little bit of wave, but at the same time, yeah, Iceberg is getting heavily pressured here in lanes.
That's Goggy, man. That's Goggy. I'm calling Goggy. I think you can do Googie as well, but
Googie,
Yeah.
that guy.
he was always the one which like confused the living crap out of me. It's the guys in the team. I think it's Mitch who's actually called Gordon. I wanna double check this, but yeah, there was like in their original squad, like when they were playing back as like My Insanity. Oh, this is gonna bug me. It's really gonna bug me because I need to work out like what was it. So it was basically Operation Mindfuck. What it was.
Yeah, well, some people's names are really hard for me to pronounce, and then when I see like Guile, G1LE stuff, like what?
Okay,
Yeah,
so Goggy's name is Gordon. Oh, that's right, because there was a player called Gordon. And his name was actually Mitch. And then they also played with Mitch, but his name is Demir. Shards. Nice range. They need one more attack. Okay, now they need a couple more. Oh, Black's Brain Sap is just such a huge sustain for that hero.
Alright, so what's happening right now is it's just like crazy all over the map, right? We have a roaming Tusk plus a Juggernaut in lane. Oh, lane. He's getting zapped pretty heavily here.
It's MMY style, man. What it's about. The rotating Juggernaut. You go boots first, you rotate around, you use spin to try and find kills. You hit level 3, then you go into the jungle, you stack up again. Then you just start farming, smoke rotate, pick up phase boots. Yeah, and all of a sudden this Juggernaut's just killing everybody.
Yeah, I think it does work in some situations. This game could have worked if they had done the safe lane tri-lane from Team Spirit. Then they could have put a lot of pressure onto the Zeus mid. Since they went for this aggro play, they got those really early kills. And speaking of early kills, we might get Savage Lord.
Also no mana.
No mana, yep.
That's the problem. Okay, now the Spirit Bear, like, he can't get close enough. They're gonna go again. 2 seconds on this stun. They got the tether up, so it was slowing down Goggy for a while. They just Prophet's killed off the Death Prophet in the meantime, so this will be pretty big with a Reality Rift. They had enough mana. 2 very quick kills. Tusker can be picked up now by Afterlife. It's the price of the Zeus, however, to make it work, but that's still a 3-for-1 trade-off. If you look between the battles on the mid and the top lane.
Yeah, Team Spirit making out like a bandit here. They just easy money coming their way, and yeah, that's level 5 Nature's Prophet, and then once his ulti comes online, Lone Druid just needs to go in this off lane right now. He's kind of needs to switch up with the Darkseer in this situation, but once they start doing the musical chairs, so will Team Spirit. They've done a really good job recognizing just shutting down Gogi's, and they've been doing it successfully. Mango up, Mitch has an invis rune.
Doesn't have his ultimate. Like, obviously, we're not expecting that 4.5 minutes in, but you do this kind of movement up against the Zeus, you have to damn well make sure that Death Prophet's able to get the Soul Siphon off before Mitch is even revealed.
Yep.
So here they are. Iceberg playing very defensive, and you can see the way Monty's moving. It's just a little too obvious, so Mitch will start the spin, but unfortunately for Mitch, he's dead. Like, can't survive that. You've gone in so deep, you got no more immunity because you've already used your spin. And then the lightning bolt and the follow-up, even with his spirit balls would have been enough.
Yeah, even if Monty had went in there, that would have been a double kill, and Monty's pretty much dead here in this situation. He got Snowball saved.
Grozini can try it. Tries to pull him in. Actually ended up missing it because of, I don't know, a little bit of timing with the Nightmare switch. Always on a fly, dying to the Soul Siphon. Monty won't go down. Goldblood can't get back out, but the Sprout, it buys the space. A perfect Sprout from Afterlife, forcing Mitch back underneath the tower, and Goldblood will get to survive.
Alright, that's just Wiz not tethering to his Zeus who had no mana. Oh, that hurts so much. They could have had the kill in the DP, but at least the Zeus didn't go down. Wiz went down there, and then bottom lane, this is Gogi getting a lot of space. Obviously, a lot of pressure was put on the tower because of the Darkseer, and then Lone Druid just takes up the shift.
Back into the mid. Bottle charge from Mitch so he can go on the run again.
Lane, they got a 3-second stun. Reality here.
Have enough damage. Reality's already been used. Do have that quick movement. The shards. Okay. Wrath of Nature is up and running. Their Reality into a 1-second stun. Nature's Prophet's going to TP over. Just have to separate themselves out a little bit more, and that'll allow Afterlife to get the double kill. And this is the beauty of the Nature's Prophet. Now you can just attack into the towers. Then again, he's got no bloody mana. There's the middle lane where now Team Spirit initiates Thundergod's Wrath. Soul Siphon, Monty, so much life! Right balance, please! Frog! Ah! You were on 2. Even with the help of like Juggernaut coming in at the end, like that was just the icing on the cake for it, but that you expend that much nuke. It was only a level 2 lightning bolt, so maybe it wasn't as powerful as I thought it should have been. It's still, Spirit Siphon's a real ability.
A real ability? I mean, game-changing ability. Oh my god. That's the Nature's Prophet not having the ulti too. If they could have had that, that would have been an easy kill, but... Oh, easy turnaround here. And then, yeah, it's still, though, Team Spirit are in the driver's seat just a little bit. Missing out of range there of the Darkseer, but... Yeah, still they're getting a lot of pressure every well. So far, one tier 1 for 1, and I think the biggest thing though is Gogi. He's just free farming now. He's up to 1800. He doesn't have boots or phase or even poison orb, so I wonder what he's gonna go for first. If it's straight Radiance,
it's gotta be a Radiance in this game.
But it might just...
he's their only way to really stop the split push unless you're gonna force like a big team fight, which you think you can win. Fio's in a little bit of trouble, gonna perfectly snowball down. Wow, it was an interesting animation. It looked like Rosine actually hit his target up on the high ground and then instantly appeared down the river with Always on a Fly.
Yeah, that was really weird. And there we go, the synergy between Zeus ulti, Nature's Prophet getting that kill.
He's going in deeper. He's only get one quick, like, arc. Nature's Prophet was a little bit too late with his TP. Instead, he's gonna go to the top lane. Colt gonna TP out the damage output. Oh, Ramsey's need to be there a fraction of a second earlier, and they would have had a guaranteed kill on the Darkseer.
And then speaking of TPs, Zeus just TP'd out because he didn't have any mana, I think, and then DP was hot on his tail. But yeah, the only real lockdown right now for 99% is the Tusk kind of snowballing in. Darkseer has his vacuum level 2, but still, they're having a really hard time initiating. They're just getting most of the kills because they're return kills in the mid lane here.
Go a little bit too aggressive. And how do you even do that? Even with a snowball initiation in, you got Nightmare Control, you got Reality Rift, you got multiple targets, you've got Sprout that can then just separate your team. You got Wisp, Relocate. If you're in too deep, you're going to come under the nukage of Zeus. There's a lot of problems when you go in like that as a Tusker who doesn't have a lot of farm. Because it's still a Tusker with boots and a stick. Everything else is a consumable.
Literally, they were here 10 seconds and the ward scouted them out. So, and then they did go to the tier 2 tower and then smoked. So they didn't seen, but maybe they did. That's why they're hiding here. Maybe they saw the animations in the trees.
Well, you make a movement like that with 3 heroes moving back behind a tier 2 tower.
Yeah.
It's a little obvious. So Team Spirit just played a little bit more defensive. They get back into their safety, hide inside their own trees, near the vision of their own tower, and they start the initiation. It's over on Goggy, and Goggy, okay, a lot of damage. The snowball's coming in, however, but there goes the Thunder God's Wrath. Instant high burst damage. They're gonna lose 4 heroes. In fact, they've lost 5. Monty just ran into the last moment. Unfortunately, all she can do is just like doesn't want to live alone anymore. I know Valentine's Day is coming up, but like, you don't have to die to be with the ones you love.
There was this Reddit thread about, I think, a week ago with the Clinks. There was this huge 4-man RP that didn't get the Clinks, and he was like, hey, so my team's gonna flame me if I don't go suicide because I didn't team fight, but like, what? You're gonna die anyways, why go in? Who cares if your team flames you? Oh, I would
cut your losses, man. Nothing of value is lost. That's it. 99%. That's not the dream. Not the dream at all. And in fact, now with that, they're 6,000 net worth behind. They're just under 4,000 experience behind as well. Just the delay in items and also the increasing speed of items. Afterlife going for a hand of Midas over on Nature's Prophet. This is a very standard thing to come out from the Prophets at the moment, where you go for phase, you go for drums, and then you can still pick up the Midas. Wow, relocate as well. They missed the reality. They need to sprout for vision. Too late.
At least they dodged 1 bullet. Too bad they're already punctured right now. Oh, they got a entangle. They did it.
Lucky devil. The chance. Oh, the chance is 20%.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So the tier 1 tower will drop in mid. You've still got Thunder God's Wrath as well as Wrath of Nature. So you got these double magical nukes that just keep flying your way. The fortifications slowed down 99%. And in the meantime now, the bottom lane tier 2 tower is still taking a lot of damage.
Oh yeah, crap load. It's going down.
They even stop. They can't stop this. Axie is in no position to really contest it. So you took a tier 1 and a tier 2 away. Okay, maybe they are. They're having a run for it. The Wisp is still moving over, so he can tether in a moment. There's no Wrath of Nature, but Thunder God's Wrath. Actually, there's no mana for Thunder God's Wrath either. They're not fully ready to fight until the Wisp arrives. Okay, now there's a little bit more mana. The Fiend's grip on the Dark Seer, so he can't have his control. There goes the Thunder God's Wrath. The CK may have died for the cause. This Death Prophet running around this. No more Spirit Ciphers to go to work with. Always on a fly will get snowballed out. There's a triple kill for Afterlife. You've just given a Nature's Prophet who barely picked up a Midas. Like, it was a minute ago he picked up the Midas. He's got 1,300 gold again. Take out the CK, but whoopity-doo-dah.
Run! Tangle!
Kill the Zeus.
Ah, I got him! Easy man. Oh no. Savage Roar, Savage Roar, Savage
Radiant's
Roar!
top tower is under attack.
Ability, which would have cancelled that.
When you start flaming people, because now he's dead because he's going to kill.
Yeah, they relocate in. A 2-second stun. It looked like Team Spirit actually got lost there for a moment. They walked the wrong direction.
Bottom lane.
Yep, Mitch. No ulti available. Gold Black is going to attempt the TP out.
You needed a better strategy.
Unsuccessful, however. But the split push
That's
continues.
Roche. I can't do Roche.
Yeah,
Exorcism 30 seconds.
Yeah, you need Exorcism, you need...
They'll have Barry respawning too soon. I mean, they have to make the play, Toby. If they don't, they lose. they're getting so far behind just because the items they're getting heavily up-farmed. It's still only 5k, but at 14 minutes, they're not bleeding as much from the 10-minute mark. So that's one good thing. They're still putting up good fights. And there we go. Toby, I was right, and you weren't.
Hey, I didn't disagree with you. But at the same time, like, Team Spirit have an observer wall, just watching them go inside the pit. This will take them time. But the Thunder God's Wrath going. The healing was nice and deep inside the pit, so they're still getting their life back up and running. With the snowball, chased after always on a fly, and then Kangrazine basically teleports himself into the middle of Team Spirit. Roshan is not dead yet. Your exorcism is running out in probably 5 seconds from now. They're still trying to finish Roshan. Moving over. How much time have they got? Mitch is making space. That's all the Fiend's Grip will hold him in position. So Mitch will go down, and Ramsey in the middle of the pit. He's going to kill off Morgan. They've managed to bring down one, and well, look at him. Monty, out of pure optimism, is attacking Roshan. And no, Radiant still kill Roshan. Nature's Prophet takes the Aegis as immortal. And that's the kind of plays, like, you know, it's a YOLO kind of thing. It could easily go wrong for you. It does. You've still got tier 2 towers, but your finger's on 1G.
I mean, that's half the team doing something and half the other team having their hand up their butt. What is this? They're literally staying in the pit with 2 heroes, and then 2 heroes go outside to fight, and then the Roche is at 40% HP still. It makes no sense. And then the Darkseer still didn't get level 9 in the last like 3-4 minutes since he's been level 8. This is...
Yeah, they needed to bait Team Spirit to come into the Roshan, so your Death Prophet ulti, like, you could see how close Roshan was to death. If you can keep that damage from the Exorcism going out, it'll be great, but the Tuskar went, and at that point, like, it had to be some kind of, like, conscious decision from at least, like, 2 of the players from 99% that they should help the Tuskar. But this timing, like, I want to give props right now to Always Wanna Fly. He is playing this Spirit against Tuskar perfectly. Like, that's what I think I said 3 times now that he's done it, where he tethers just at the point where he knows he's going to be impacted and drags the Tuskar into the position where he never wanted to be.
You don't have to time it perfectly though, because you could just tether beforehand and then the ball changes. But yeah, he's still waiting till like the last seconds just to look really flashy. TP in the top lane, you don't have Quelling Blade on your own.
That's another time where they relocated in, but they walked away from the hero. Still the death of the lone druid, and he does have a bear. There's no bear for 70 seconds.
Yeah, they need Savage Roar to be up to like max if they want to survive in that situation, because it's 1.2 compared to 2.4, and you can normally get away in time, but
this game is so over. You've taken out like the tier 2 towers. You've now got an armed level 2 Phantasm Chaos Knight approaching your base 17 minutes in with the army of Treants as well. It will not take them long to melt through 1, discrete wave, 2, the towers, and then move on to the racks. And if 99% want to try and attack into here, obviously it's pretty obvious which one's the CK, with Always Wanna Fly. It's got a beam of light attached to him. But this is it. This is their last play right now. If 99% can't win this fight at the back of the Exorcism, they're dead. And they haven't actually done it. They've taken so much early damage. You still haven't had... Okay, there's no mana for Always Wanna Fighting the back off. That's bigger. The back into the snowball. But now you start to see the sustain. No, it's not. The Death Prophet. She had just enough damage to get 2 kills. The Wisp will be buying back now. Doggy will be going down. The Omni Slash, Mitch, only 3 bounces from him. Goblek's trying to physically damage him down. So is Iceberg. The relocate comes in, brings Ram to the front line. Now they can use that mech to give life back to Iceberg. It's 5 heroes down for 99%. Team Spirit using economy to win the game. And they will take out the top racks.
And drop items to style.
GG.
Oh, that's the Wisp. Hey, Always Wanna Fly. I'm gonna flame you, bro. You weren't supposed to send the CK back with you. No, he didn't actually. Okay. Did you send somebody back?
Sorry. No,
okay, maybe not. I think I'm just going crazy, guys. Nah, it's a really good game coming.
With him. That's all.
I felt like he was tethered there. I guess I'm losing it. I'm losing it here. It was... Oh, that was brutal from 99%. Just a strategy, wonky, you know, Tusk roaming with Juggernaut. That was kind of crazy to see, but Lone Druid died too much. They weren't really expecting that level 1 situation, which I think it heavily favored Team